This multi-awarded singer rose to fame, performing and winning in international competitions. But unknown to many, he's also a toy designer and a visual artist. Joining us now in the studio is Jed Madela.
Hello.
Jed, how are you?
I'm good. Finally,
Finally,
yes.
after weeks, because you've been traveling, you have been
Yes.
having so many performances here in the Philippines and around the world. But of course, he will not be singing with us tonight. He'll be telling about his new passion
Yes.
of toy designing and the visual arts. You have an upcoming exhibit.
Yeah, it's my first exhibit. It's called The Art of Jed Madela, Voodoo, the Finding the Purpose of Me.
Ayan, Voodoo, finding the... Who is Voodoo among these lovely characters we have in front of us tonight?
Well, this is Voodoo. He is the original, the first one that I made. And he evolved into these. These are all Voodoo, actually. This is Voodoo Pinoy. This is character. I mean, like singers. Miss Grande, that's Bieber, that's Billie Eilish, and that's Bruno Mars. All Voodoo. And these ones are Voodoo.
Voodoo.
Yeah, Voodoo.
But what was the inspiration behind the Voo?
Well, this character, he is a self-character. Yeah, whenever I'm invited to do performances, it's always backstage that we spend so much time. We wait and we kill time, and instead of like talking and you know, I draw, I sketch. So Voodoo came out. He's the first character, and I draw him based on my experiences. Whenever I travel, whenever I see something new, I sketch. Like if I find this good burger, I draw Voodoo holding a burger because it's easier, because it's just a simple drawing.
So is this basically an innate talent that you have, sketching? Did
Yes.
you just discover it recently, or you've always...
Well, I've always drawn. I've always painted. I'm always, leaning towards the arts. I've made toys when I was a kid, because my mom and my dad, they were the practical type. Wouldn't buy you toys just for the heck of it.
Just like me.
Yeah, you have to work hard for it,
Yes.
but sometimes you want something, you have to make it. So I make my own toys. I make my own coloring books and drawings, and then I color them. So it all started from there.
And when did Voodoo translate into the art toys that you have today? When did you decide, now it is time to make them for real?
It was during the pandemic. During the pandemic, I think most of us discovered a lot of things during the pandemic. At home. And from my sketches, I would chat with my friends, my art toy friends, and they would see my designs, and they'd encourage me to make it into an art toy. So I have a lot of friends who encouraged me, who taught me the steps on how to create from sketch to the actual art toy.
And I always see Jed Madela not in his performances, not on the concert stage, but in toy
cons.
conventions,
Yes,
right?
yes.
I love toys myself.
Yeah, because I think it reminds me of childhood. It reminds me of childhood, and in the toxicity of what's happening. Show business or life itself. You just have to escape. And when you're a kid, when you feel like a kid, you just forget all your problems. When you have your toys, when you have things that make you happy, I think it's very therapeutic.
What is the difference between the toy world and the showbiz world? Are you willing to go now full-time in the toy world?
Well, I
mean, amid the toxicity of show business.
Well, there is toxicity on both worlds.
Both worlds. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
When you're in a world full of artists, the mind, the brain is very complex. The mood swings and the artistic differences. It's pretty much the same, but I guess I went into the toy world just to
take a break.
Take a break from showbiz, from music, and it's pretty still the same art, but then it's not music. It's toys. It's designing.
And of course, crossing over into both worlds. Well, if you're tired, taking a break from the toy world, then you go back into show business, and then
that's right.
back.
And sometimes you can mix it up. While painting, there's music, and while painting, I get inspired. I get to write songs based on a painting, based on a toy. So it's pretty much very interesting.
Tell us more about this work on canvas that we have before us right now. You have Voodoo, and then you have some text.
Yes. Well, Voodoo, he is basically he describes me like he is much of a loner, but he experiences a lot of things.
A loner, but a world-class singer. An international competition champion.
Wow, thank you. So, well, he is a self-character. Whatever I feel, whenever I have certain emotions, I relate it, I translate it into drawings, into paintings. And this one is like, he kind of looks sad there, because I think I was sad when I was painting this.
And what about the text? Have you found your purpose? We all have roles to play. Make sure you got your copy of the script.
Yeah, these are random thoughts that just come into my mind, and I write them down, and I just they're not planned.
They're very inspirational. Stop, or maybe slow down a bit. Life is too short.
Yes,
right?
yes.
We have to always live life to the fullest.
Yeah.
On a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, especially the young ones now. They're so in a hurry to finish things. They're so in a hurry to get into things and move on to the next one. Enjoy your time.
Sometimes they even like to think too big,
much.
Right?
And
That's
they
why
think
this is a
ahead.
perfect quote.
Yeah.
It is the small things that truly matter. Pay attention to even the slightest whisper. The world might be telling you something. Listen to the instructions. This is a great, inspiring work of art. Do all paintings, Jed, all have these inspirational quotes from you?
Yes. Well, my signature probably would be the quotes and the patches. People are asking me, why the patches? It started with voodoo. And for me, I think patches are you repair yourself with these patches. Sometimes like clothes, we just don't throw it away.
That's right.
Especially your favorites. Like even humans, you can't just
We're talking about sustainability. Sustainability of the things we wear, sustainability in our friendships and relationships.
And things that are very important to you. Same thing with voodoo. He's a rag doll. You have those security blankets. You have those things that you can't throw out. It's very special to you, even if it's tattered, even if it's that tattered or dirty already. You keep them. So same thing with voodoo. He's been battered. He's been like experiencing a lot of things, but there's a certain importance to him that you can't let go of.
What is your big ambition for your toy designing and for your visual arts and for your iconic voodoo?
Well, it all started with just a hobby. It was just a hobby, but now whenever I hear people say comments, like they tell me that I relate to your work, I see myself in voodoo, I see myself in your paintings, it kind of encourages me to do more, because in a way it kind of gives them hope, kind of gives them encouragement in a way that they feel they're not alone. And my biggest goal would be probably if it gets noticed internationally, because I'm pretty much a newbie in the art world, in the painting and art toy. I started only in 2020. So
and what is important here is that your works of art connect with the collectors.
Yes, that's
There is meaning in your
There is
artwork.
meaning,
It is not decorative, it is not just for the wall, but work that could be thought about.
Yes.
It is a conversation piece.
That's right. The same thing with singing, the same thing with performing. It's not just me standing on stage and just showing off my talent. It's more of telling a story, and then when that person or the audience hear your songs and your performances and they get to relate, you've done a good job.
So show business, visual arts, toy designing now goes hand in hand.
Yes.
They cannot now be separated in the life of Jed Madela.
Yes.
What other things do you plan to do in the next few years? Will you be expanding your VU characters?
Yes. There's actually,
Vurico.
yeah, maybe.
Vurico.
Why not? Right? Vurico. Yes. Yeah. I actually have an entire plan already of characters from the basic voodoo. This is Voodoo Boy. He has transformed into a human being already. Then it's gonna transform into like anime characters already, and hopefully I get to collaborate with comic artists and probably
Not only here, but overseas as well.
Yes. Maybe collaborate with other artists is also one of my goals, because when you have two great minds and ideas, it just overflows and a lot of things come out of it.
Tell us more briefly about your exhibit this coming weekend and where it will be held.
Yes, my very, very first exhibit, it's The Art of Jed Madela, Voodoo, Finding the Purpose of Me. I always mess that up. Finding the Purpose of Me, and it's at the Sinta Art Gallery. That's basement 2 of Promenade in Green Hills.
We'll be there.
Yes,
All
4 p.m.
art lovers
Yes.
and toy lovers.
Yes, and it's gonna run for the entire month, for one entire month.
Congratulations,
Thank you very
Jed
much.
Madela.
Thank you.